We begin with breaking news this morning. A grand jury in Georgia has returned 19 indictments in connection to the investigation into interference in the 2020 presidential election. That includes former President Donald Trump. The indictment was handed up to the Superior Court judge in Fulton County Monday night, and this is a live look there this morning. Paperwork viewed by NBC News indicated there were a total of 19 indictments. Aside from Trump, the defendants and the charges were not immediately revealed. The grand jury heard evidence in district attorney's investigation into alleged election interference by former President Donald Trump and his allies. The former president has denied any wrongdoing and accused Willis of election interference by proceeding with a probe while he's running for president. And now joining us this morning to help us break down what all this means moving forward is Mercyhurst University's Dr. Joe Morris. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
So tell us, what does this indictment mean? Now, this is the fourth one as we see more and more of them sort of piling up. What's that mean for Donald Trump?
Well, he's been indicted 4 times, but that doesn't mean he's just violated 4 laws. He's in fact violated, according to prosecutors, nearly 100 different laws. This is a significant legal problem for Donald Trump, and it's probably in the near future going to translate into a political problem for him as well.
How does that affect the political party, the Republican Party itself?
Well, the Republican Party is almost half of the Republican Party behind Donald Trump in terms of the nomination. This is, I think, really interesting. If we remember back to 2016, one of the things that Hillary Clinton was just really beat up for time and time again by the Republican Party was the fact that she was facing a possible indictment regarding her emails and the server. Donald Trump now has been indicted by 4 different individuals for 91 different crimes. This is, I think, a real challenge for the Republican Party heading into this nomination process.
What does this mean for politicians moving forward? Is this a precedent-setting event?
Well, hopefully not much of what Donald Trump did while in office or after he was in office is precedent setting. This has been not good for American democracy. You can be a supporter of Donald Trump's policies, and that's fine. No one's going to argue with your ability to stand there and make the argument that a border wall is good or that we should ban certain groups from entering the United States. Let's have that debate. But what we saw during the Trump administration, apparently, were a series of things that were a violation of the U.S. law. This is not good for democracy. And I think when historians look at this 20, 30, 40 years from now, they're going to look back and see this administration as really a dark moment in American history.
Do you think a candidate can proceed and be a viable candidate under these circumstances?
Donald Trump can do amazing things. He is an incredible politician. We used to call Ronald Reagan the Teflon president because anything you threw at him, any bad news, it would just slide right off. Well, Donald Trump is even more Teflon than Ronald Reagan. Nothing seems to stick to him. So we're going to have to wait and see.
This has to be an interesting portion of your career to be able to watch this sort of unfold.
It most certainly is. I never expected to watch an administration like the Trump administration. I never expected that we would have a president that's been indicted for violating 91 laws. It's shocking to me. And I hope there's brighter days ahead for us in the future, and I have to believe there are.
Thank you for coming in this morning.
My pleasure.